There was a time I could help everyone but not myself. People would leave our conversations lighter, stronger, and I would go back to crying. So, what happens when the encourager breaks? This is my story of rediscovery. Hey there, I am Alice Githui, the bounce back coach, and this is the Bounce Back Voice, a space where stories of real struggles and real healing come alive. Today's episode is deeply personal. It's titled, I Could Help Everyone But Not Myself. Alice, do you have a minute? They would ask. And I would pull myself together, wipe my tears, and say, yes, I do. 30, sometimes 45 minutes later, I would hang up. They would be laughing and saying, wow, I thank God I thought of calling you. I feel so much better now. I can even go back to work. And they would. Me? I would sink back into silence and cry some more. I was the strong one, the helper, but I was also falling apart. Depression doesn't always scream. Sometimes it just sits quietly beside you. It was stealing my appetite, my energy, my joy, even my voice. I couldn't stop the endless thoughts. I couldn't feel the joy anymore. I couldn't tell anyone how I felt. I couldn't even pray. I couldn't hold back the tears. I just stared at the ceiling. I just stared at the walls. I just stared, hoping the sadness would leave. At times, I just stared at my phone, too numb to respond. I just stared, feeling completely alone. The simplest things like getting out of bed felt like climbing a mountain. And worst of all, I couldn't tell anyone. After all, how can a counselor admit that she has depression? Instead, people saw me smiling. They didn't see me crying myself to sleep. They didn't see the weight I carried inside. They never saw how broken I felt behind the beautiful smile. They didn't know I was praying to disappear. And what made it worse? I had all the knowledge. I knew the signs of depression. I had helped others out of this exact darkness. Yet I felt like a fraud. Until one quiet moment, I had a whisper. It's not over yet. Bounce back. I didn't know how, but I picked up a pen and I started to write. At first, it didn't make sense. Just pain poured onto a page. But those pages became my oxygen. With every word, I felt lighter. With every tear, the burden broke a little more. Writing became my release, my recovery, my quiet comeback. That's how my book, Bounce Back Life Is Not Over Yet, was born. The pen saved me when nothing else could, when no one else could. That's how I started finding my own healing, not just helping others find theirs. Let me tell you about a friend of mine. She was thriving at work. Life was great. She was doing very well in her career. A single mom providing for her children, living comfortably. Then one day, she went to her workplace only to find the job gone. Just like that. She had to pack her things and go back home. She was so devastated. How could she pay her children's school fees now, especially the one in college? How would she put food on the table? Anxiety crept in. Stress began to mount. Depression set in. One day, I felt a strong urge to call her. When she answered, I could immediately tell that she wasn't okay. She had been in the house for 2 good weeks, stuck and hopeless. She told me, I have lost my job. I don't know what to do. I've never done business before, and I don't have the energy or the resources to start looking for another job. The landlord does not care. He just wants his rent. I don't have any savings. I don't even have a plan. And I listened. And then I said, why don't you start writing? Just get a notebook and a pen. Start with one sentence, then a paragraph. Write every day when it's very quiet. No rules, no judgment. Just pour out your thoughts. She didn't even like writing, but she said, I have nothing else to lose, so I'll try it. A few days later, she called me and said, Alice, oh my God, I can't stop writing. I've written so many pages and something is stirring in me. I think I want to start a business. I don't know how yet or where the capital will come from, but I finally feel some clarity that a business is the way out for me. A few weeks later, she had already launched her small business and she was super excited. I could hear it. Guys, writing therapy works. It works when your words are too heavy to speak. It works when you don't know where else to turn. It works when you have no one to tell because no one understands you anyway. It works when all you have is your pain and a pen. Have you tried everything you know but still feel so weighed down by life issues that it's even difficult to breathe? Try writing down your disturbing thoughts, words you cannot tell anyone, feelings that are overwhelming you. If you're the strong one, the helper, the one people lean on, but secretly breaking inside, this message is for you. You too deserve healing. You too can bounce back. Start where you are. Write what hurts. Write whatever comes to mind. Write what you cannot tell anyone. Start with a sentence, then a paragraph. Write every day. No rules, no judgment. Just you, the pen, and the page. Because sometimes the breakthrough comes not in shouting, but in the quiet rhythm of your pen meeting paper. You've been tuned in to the Bounce Back Voice with me, Alice Githui. If today's episode resonated with you, take a moment to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need a little hope. Sometimes, one story can spark someone else's comeback. Don't forget to check out the links in the description for more resources and ways to connect. Until next time, keep believing, keep writing, keep healing, and keep bouncing back.